I heart rejection. You, my friend, are going to love the job market when you become of age, and it's just non-stop rejections and an expectation of having 5 years experience for entry-level jobs. 'Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Let me also read this t-shirt. If your path demands you to walk through hell, walk as if you own the place. It's not a phase, Mum. This is the equivalent of those t-shirts that are like, normal people scare me. It's so on the nose. It's literally like, needlessly like, it's mainstream metalcore. Tops like this should come with a spooky mask and a major record label deal. And if you're thinking, Cal, it's so easy to make fun of alternative brands that use corny slogans on their t-shirts. Take a look at this one. What is going on here? Tell me, what is going on here? But don't worry, team, it's got that heavily washed feel for that vintage feel. Say field more, Cal. Slub cotton jersey tee. What the slub? Moth hole distressing throughout, so everybody knows that you're raging. You're a rager, that you're a mosher, and you get amongst it, and you're causing a ruckus. No, you've bought a pre-distressed t-shirt. Let's break this down for a second. You bought a t-shirt that comes as new with holes in. This isn't like you bought it from a second-hand store and it's like $1 or £1 and you're like, okay, it's only £1 or $1. I don't really care. I can wear this to the show. This is buying a £50 top that comes with holes already put in it for you. So you have that rebel alternative subculture feel. Are alternative brands. I'm actually convinced at this point it's actually like a psyop operation with governments where they pay these alternative brands off just to make the most god-awful, corny, on-the-nose apparel so that subcultures, even though they're trying to completely detach themselves from aesthetics, are just, by the mainstream, assumed to be corny, cringy, sheer posturing, form over substance, all one big look-maxing, dress to impress, brain rot competition. This model doesn't even look like they want to be here. They just keep looking at the ground. They're happy because they're modeling, but they've won at what costs? I heart rejection. It's not a phase, legal guardians. Ugh. Also, hi, I'm Cal, and on this channel we talk about things like this, and then we talk about it some more in the comment section. So if that sounds like fun for you and I've successfully sold it to you, feel free to subscribe. Yes. Anyways, the definitely mass-produced spiky wristbands definitely let me know that there is something of a subcultural, countercultural nature here. Or is it just alternative brands which are definitely just mainstream businesses selling shit to us on the exact same shelves as, well, mainstream apparel? But it comes with spikes and holes. I think my guardian angel does drugs. Ugh. I'm convinced these tops are designed by people that have never been in subcultural spaces or like do any band show that isn't in a freaking arena, and they're just around a table and they're like, yeah, goths, punks, edgy, emo, narcotics, sticking it to them by saying this just crazy thing. My guardian angel does drugs. Nobody gets me, it's not a phase. It totally was a phase. The amount of slop these alternative brands produce is just outrageous. Stylish black mesh splice punk hooded t-shirt. Where's the punk? Where is it? Because it's not there. This whole outfit and how they've styled the model makes me deeply uncomfortable. If I saw somebody like that at the show, I'm probably leaving for my own health and or safety. Zoinks, Scoobs. Also, these needless ribs here make it look like the person has gills. To be fair, if this top did give me gills, maybe then I would purchase it as swimming underwater with gills and not needing to come up for water. Air would be incredible because I actually can't swim. That's right. I just be sinking. Anyways, if you're thinking, oh, Cal, you're just such a hater, you're such a moody hater, what do you even like then? I like things that actually just are what they are and don't try and shout and scream about being something. For example, a brand finally contacted me that I'd used before, so to celebrate, here's me doing the Skyrim shuffle whilst I tell you about Saily, the eSim company. Last year, I had to go to the USA for work. Incredibly average videographer and editor if you are interested in my job title. But instantly, Suddenly, I was met with a wave of panic. How will I contact my loved ones when I'm in the USA? My phone service provider does not provide me with data in international territories. All these scenarios flooded my mind of me going bankrupt just trying to send my mum a WhatsApp message to let her know I've successfully landed. Or, just trying to book an Uber from the airport. Darn you contractual data roaming charges. When you land, the last thing you want to do is sort out your data or try and get a new SIM card without being scammed. What followed this was a generational crash out, but my mum said, "Hey Cal, I spoke to one of my friends at CrossFit and her son used an eSIM when he went traveling." And this, my friends, is the lovely turning point in this story, because this is when I discovered Saily, the eSIM company. And I got my parents' approval because it's owned by Nord Security, a company they've used for years. Yippee! All I had to do was download the Saily app, choose the country I was visiting, select the amount of data I needed. Yeah, and guess what, team? You can use code COWDERSLIFE to get 15% off your order at checkout. And boom, bang, bing, what do you know? I got this all done before I'd even landed in the USA. Once you've brought it and activated it, it is ready to go as soon as you've touched down. Thank you, Saily, for being a brand I've actually used and wanting to sponsor one of my videos. They're everywhere. Alternative brands love this symbol. It's like they all sat in a board meeting and saw that in the 80s, some goths wore this symbol and yeah, we're just gonna plaster it on all clothing we're trying to sell to modern day goths. Buy. There's a sale on, 25% off on Goth Day. Dear gosh, no, what is going on? I believe there is a huge difference between a individual, a person choosing to wear a symbol because they know what it symbolizes, as opposed to a freaking business which sole objective is to sell you shit so they can run a profit. Slapping it on stuff because they know stereotypically and historically goths have been attached to this symbol. That was around way before goth.
But money, revenue, money.
They've done the freaking same thing to witchcraft and spiritualism in general, making corny products like this. Magic and witchcraft, table of contents, witchcraft introduction, summon the dead, learn a hex, live, laugh, levitate. This is just so disrespectful and just complete trash. And I am convinced, conspiracy theory, I am convinced brands and governments are working in conjunction together to make anything countercultural and different just look silly, hee ha ha, and make it all culturally worthless and just beaten like a dead horse, so that nobody takes any of this stuff seriously. Home is where the weird is. We're weird and quirky around here. You've never seen it like us before with our gothic home accessories. R.I.P. Rite of exorcism. Ooh, oh my gosh. There's alternative brands will convince you that you need all of this slop to prove your authenticity to the alternative universe. I also have to give a special mention to anything that just obviously says goth or punk literally on it. Anything that insists on being part of a subculture on a t-shirt is so just devoid and removed from subculture. I'm a punk, so I wear this top that says Punk King 2000. It's not a thing. You don't need that top. You will never need that top. Things like this are the thought of things relatives will buy you because they heard you listening to one band that had never been played on the radio before. And of course, I've saved the absolute worst till last. Dead girls can't say no. This isn't edgy or quirky. This is deeply disturbing and incredibly misogynistic. Well done. It is quite literally turning violence against women into the punchline. This one isn't cringe, it is straight up just predatory, and if you find amusement in this top, you need therapy, not the t-shirt. Well done, alternative brand. Nothing quite says alternative fashion like implying necrophilia. Quite literally, who approved this? Satan? Nope. Even they said this was too far. And of course, we cannot forget goth is white. Dear Lord, this is terrible. How did this get approved through the multiple levels of hierarchy in a business? How did this get suggested in a design meeting and then in a production meeting and then when it was getting put on the shelves? This is genuinely terrible. Supposedly, the brand said that they were trying to imply that goths can also wear white, but they've completely missed the mark here. It just comes across incredibly racist and reconfirms a negative stereotype stereotype people have about goths being exclusionary to people that just aren't white. Which, a lot of actual goths would hate that idea being perpetuated. And listen, excluding the last two pieces of apparel mentioned today, I feel we've all been through our hot topic is our personality era or whatever. Brought something spooky or comes with spikes on because it makes you feel quirky or different at the time. And this isn't really about, roasting the individual choices that people make. It is about how brands commodify identity, spirituality, rebellion, anything going against the grain, and package it as slogans and quirky designs, and boom, bang, bing, you lose all meaning. Alternative culture may have once been about resisting the norm, but now, my friends, half of it now just is mass-produced nihilism in a font you can't read. Oh goody! So just to confirm, if you like bats and pentagrams on t-shirts, just go for it, but maybe avoid the ones that sound like they were written by an absolute edgelord. Dear, oh dear, team. Oh, what a world we live in. It's a whole new world with a brand new attitude, but we still gotta catch them all to be the best that we can be. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Pokemon Johto. Get it, Skog? Yeah. Once again, shout out Saily for sponsoring my channel. Do not worry, this doesn't mean I'll now start shoveling you fast fashion crap or anything like that. However, I am very comfortable to promote brands I've actually used. Yippee! Anyways, see ya! I'm going now. Oh, he's going so fast. Nobody can stop him. He's going to press the stop button. Don't stop him. No, I'm going now. Okay, bye.